What's up, Buncombe? It's Abby, and here's the podcast where we're going to talk about Buncombe County, all its trials, its tribulations, and how we're going to make it better.
Raise a flag of liberty, the land of the free, rejecting tyranny.
Today we're here with Jim Fulton, who is running for Buncombe County School Board of District 4. How you doing today, Jim?
I'm great. I hope you are.
I am. So, the first thing I think our viewers want to know is, our listeners want to know, is who is Jim Fulton?
Well, that's me. I'm Jim Fulton. So I just retired at the end of May of this year, and I was looking forward to just, fishing and stuff. However, I've been concerned about Buncombe County schools for a long, long time. For the past 12 years, since the incumbent's been in office, our proficiency ratings have remained flat. When the incumbent took office, I'm not real good at this. When the incumbent took office 12 long years ago, our reading proficiency rested at 62%, which means 38% of the children in Buncombe County schools are unable to read at grade level. And that's not acceptable. Math, 60% proficiency when the incumbent took office, 60% proficiency today. Science, 57%. Disciplinary issues, I don't have that number with me, but the disciplinary issues, yes, in 2012, when the incumbent took office, were rated at 13 per 100 students.
Wow.
Today, this is one that hasn't stayed flat. Today it's at 16 per 100 students. So that's actually getting worse. And I mean, what are they doing? They're not doing anything that I can see. I know that there is an effort called the schools improvement teams, and they're to be in place at each school, managed by the principal of each school, where they pull together representatives from each of the classes, the PTO, several bodies, the subject matter experts, and they brainstorm and they come up with solutions to these problems. Then they meet monthly and they review the implementation of solutions for those problems. And in theory, they would monitor to ensure that those policies that they had implemented were having the desired effect. Well, either they don't have good ideas, or they're not implementing them, or they're not monitoring them properly. Something is wrong. I worked as a project manager for the last 27 years, and I worked for major banks across the world, and my job is to help ensure that we've identified a proper solution to problems, that we have identified a very good solution to that problem, that we implement it, and we pay very close attention to all of the details of that implementation, because people at banks don't like it if they go to an ATM and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a science to project management, and I believe that I can use those skills to help improve the proficiency levels in our schools, and we can also look at discipline. I know that there are topics out there like restorative justice. There are some theories out there, and I'm just a candidate. I've only been a candidate for about a month. I've not been studying schools and how to fix them for years and years and years, because I've been working my tail off in the private sector. Now that I don't have to do that, and I'm not going to be fishing, I'm here to use my project management skills to fix these problems that we know are out there. It's embarrassing that that our children are at a 60% proficiency rating for reading. They should be able to read, by golly. Why can't they? Well, that's what we have to figure out. Why can't they read, and what's it going to take to get them to read? Parental involvement, that's probably a big case of it. I saw a post on Next Door Neighbors or something like that yesterday, actually, and there was a teacher saying, "Oh gosh, I could really teach my children reading better if I had X, Y, and Z. Here's a link to my GoFundMe page." Why are teachers out there on their own having to find a solution? Why isn't the board, the school board, the school surrounding that person and saying, well, what you want to do, we've tried that and it didn't work so well, so we try this instead. There shouldn't be a teacher out there all by herself trying to figure out how to fix this problem and then how to fund it by herself. So we need to support the teachers and we need to support the students. And, we need to make sure the parents are involved. I'm sorry, I go on and on and
It's
on. I'm just a talker.
Hey, well, at least you're talking about the good stuff, the right stuff. You say you're running for District 4. Could you tell us where exactly District 4 is?
Well, District 4 occupies the footprint that was formerly known as Robertson County Schools. It's changed a little bit. You do have cases where people on one side of the road are in District 4 and people on the other side of the road are in District 3. If you're in Arden, you're probably in District 4. If you're in Biltmore Forest, you are in District 4. If you're in Biltmore Park, you're in District 4. If you can see T.C. Robertson from your yard, you're in District 4. If you go to my Facebook page, I've listed the polling locations that are served by District 4. There are 11 precincts in District 4, and my website tells you what the district, what the precinct number is, and where the people vote go in that district. So if you go to my Facebook page and you look at the post about can you vote for District 4, that'll tell you all of the areas that can vote for District 4.
Okay, great. Awesome. That's very useful information.
It is.
Yes.
I'm here to please.
So, you're talking about your project management skills. So, how do you think that your years of experience in project management, how do you think that's, really shaped you for this, endeavor?
I have an eye for detail, and I have an eye for using people's expertise. I cannot do programming. However, I work with people who are programmers. I can help them ensure that they have the right designs in place, that they have the right testing in place, because I know how to manage people to get things done.
So, looking at the things that Buncombe County Schools is doing now, what do you think that they're doing good and what do you think that they're doing bad?
Is that a trick question? Because I can't think of anything they're doing good. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
I think that these school improvement teams is a good idea, but that wasn't driven at the local level. That was driven at the Department of Public Instruction level, at the state level. So they mandate that this be done, and they offer suggestions on how it can be done, but they don't tell you exactly how to do it. There's a reporting mechanism that's required. So I see that they have the school's improvement teams in process. Having looked at 2 schools so far, I find that one school seems to be following the process and one school does not seem to be following the process. I believe they can be fixed. I believe the schools are in trouble and that they need some attention so that we can fix them, because these kids are going to grow up to be our neighbors. And who wants a dumb neighbor? I like to tell the story about a mermaid. So this mermaid walks into the bar and she slaps a $10 bill on the bar and she says, "Whiskey." The bartender serves her and he says, "That'll be $5.24. And she says, "Well, the $10 bill is right there." So he goes to his computerized cash register and he plugs in $10 minus $5 and how much should I say?
24.
24 cents. And the computer thinks about it, beep, 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 beep. And then it says, oh, you need to give back 4 $1 bills, 3/4, 3/4, 4 pennies and 2 dimes. And then the mermaid looks in her little shell purse and she says, "Ah, I have 4 pennies. Or I have a quarter." And she says, here. And she throws a quarter on top of the $10 bill. Well, you've probably seen this happen too, where the poor little cashier is just, their mind is blown. The computer's already told them how much change, what denominations even to deliver. And this customer's now given a quarter. What am I to do with this? Sometimes they just give you the quarter back and they give you the 4 1s, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies, and 3/4. They can't figure it out themselves. That is, I mean, that has happened so many times to me. And I say, why can't these children do simple math, simple arithmetic? That's got to be fixed.
Yeah.
I don't want these people to grow up and be teachers and scientists, and I don't want them to do anything that's going to require precision. If they're not able to, if they're not able to do that, then why are big companies going to come to Asheville or Buncombe County and try to employ people to do complicated jobs? I mean, yeah, we'll keep having less complicated jobs, and people will complain, well, I can't afford housing because I can't find a job that pays. We've got to improve the schools, and then we can improve the community. So that's why we say better schools, better community. So I'm in this because I think there's a problem. I think it can be fixed, and I think I can do that. I think I can help fix it.
So, you were talking earlier about discipline and things. There's a lot of problems right now with, students attacking teachers. There was one on the news recently, and a teacher got beat to a pulp because she took away a student's phone. How on the school board do you plan to address issues like this?
Well, this falls in the category of we need to get some subject matter experts together and talk about what are the possible solutions. Do we have enough what do they call them?
The officers, the student resource officers.
The student resource officers. Do we have enough SROs in the schools? Do we have cameras in the classrooms? Do we have enough cameras in the classrooms? Sure, that might be an invasion, but no, it's a matter of protection. Do we have metal detectors at the doors? Sure, that might be a little traumatic. Kids will get over it. It's more traumatic to watch a teacher get beat to a pulp right there in front of you and feel like, oh, should I do something? I can't do anything. That kid is 4 times my size. I can't do anything. Our students shouldn't be in that position. The adults have to take care. So cameras, metal detectors, resource officers, those are 3 things that we can start looking at to figure out what is a good solution to this problem. And we'll work on defining that solution, and then we'll implement it, and we'll find out if we start driving that number down.
Yeah.
So.
So I don't know if you've ever heard the joke that, we as a society were one bad day away from a Terminator movie. With all the AI going around right now, it seems like students just, use AI to cheat on homework. But, we're really looking at a future where, one day our students could be taught by robots. What are your views on this? What do you think about it?
Well, I haven't thought much about that. I'll tell you from the perspective of AI, I think it's an incredible tool. I use AI I use AI a lot. I use it to help me write letters. I use it to help me perform analysis. I think it's a very, very useful tool. Students could probably learn from it.
Yeah.
As with anything, they could use it to cheat as well. So there are good and bad sides of it. AI replacing teachers. I don't know that that's really going to happen. I was thinking on the way over here though, uh, what if my car's GPS was AI enabled and it came to learn how I don't like a particular exit. So I won't take that exit in my car. I'll drive beyond it. And right now the GPS just screams at me, make a U-turn. Well, I mean, why can't it learn from, what I'm doing? I think AI is a marvelous tool,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it has the capability of being a great help to our students and to our society. We just have to control it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. AI is a fantastic tool. I've definitely used it to explain stuff to me before, like math and things like that. So I think the last thing we really want to do to close up is really ask, what are you gonna do to fix Buncombe?
I think we start with the schools, because that's future Buncombe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think present Buncombe has been brought up in the schools that we have today that we already see are failing our students. So to fix Buncombe, we've got to fix the schools so that we have good students who become good neighbors, good workers, good government officials, and we'll fix Buncombe by fixing the schools first.
Fantastic. Is there anything that you'd like to say to your constituents?
I love you. um, no, I think that I can do a good job.
Mhm.
I think the incumbent has been in office for 12 years, and we see problems continuing. We see stagnation. Um, I'm ready to change that. I know that the incumbent has complained before that being on the school board is not her full-time job.
Mhm.
Um, well, it can be mine. I would love to have an office.
Mhm.
I would love to uh, be able to see people in that office. Uh, I will be accessible by telephone. I will execute town hall meetings where people can come together. Right now, the school board gives you 3 minutes to spill your brains out on some topic or another. Um, we have critical issues like the difference of opinion between the Parents' Bill of Rights. Some people think, oh my God, this is the worst thing in the world. We're persecuting people. And some people say, oh my gosh, it's about time we had some more common sense.
Mhm.
Now, to address that with the school board, people were able to go to a school board meeting and spend 3 minutes expressing their passion.
Mhm.
Is that adequate? I don't think so.
No.
We need a town hall meeting. We need to allow good discussion if we're going to find good solutions and implement them and then monitor them to see if they're having the desired effect.
Yes.
So that's what I want constituents to know is that I believe I can do better, and a couple of ways that I think I can do better. Um, Another thing is people have got to vote. They've got to get out. They've got to vote because elections will win themselves.
Yep. That's
Um,
very true.
yeah. So people have got to vote. Uh, I I am a conservative activist,
Mhm.
as are you, um, and I think that my opponent is probably going to come at me for that. Um, but I mean, that's silly. Uh, I mean, what I'm here for is to help fix the schools.
Mhm.
I'm not going to make people vote for Trump. I'm here to fix the schools. Um, so I'm going off the rails because I'm not really sure how to stop talking.
Can you let us know where people can find out more about you, how they can get involved with your campaign?
Certainly. So remember, I'm running for School Board District 4. So my website is vote and the number 4, vote for JimFulton.com. We have a volunteer page out there with a list of all the many different ways you can help. My platform is out there. A couple of blog posts are out there. There's a donation button, so that's out there. We also have a Facebook page, Jim Fulton for Buncombe County School District 4. so you can reach out to us there. The website and the Facebook page both give our phone number, our address, and we have a questionnaire or a survey that is accessible either through the Facebook page or through the web page. You can go to the questionnaire and tell us what you think Buncombe County schools are doing right and what you think can be improved there. And we welcome that feedback, because how am I going to do what you think needs to be done to help fix our schools if you don't tell me?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a way to tell me. It's a very easy way to tell me.
Yeah.
And even if I don't win, I shouldn't have said that, but that information needs to be out there.
Yes. Yeah, so we'll link that survey on our Spotify page and our YouTube, along with this episode. You know, lastly, I just want to thank you for what you're doing, and we look forward to voting for you in November.
Excellently. I look forward to you voting for me as well.